born in the small town of Miami, Arizona. It's a mining town, and because my grandfather was a minero. Although they settled in Tucson, my grandfather traces his family back to the conquistadores 300-400 years ago when they first came to this part of the world. I am a proud first-generation college student. And what was really shocking, when I was about 12 years old, my dad comes into my room and he says, "Mija, you have to go to college so that you never have to depend on a man to take care of you." That's pretty shocking to a young 12-year-old. But my dad wanted my sister and me to be able to stand on our own 2 feet and take care of ourselves, not have to depend on anybody. Well, of course, I am my father's daughter, and so I decided in my late 30s that I wanted to have children. I had a great career, I had my own home. What do I need a man for? Other than to have my beautiful children. After they were born and I'm settling in, I said, "Oh, okay, fine, we'll get married." So I married their father, my husband. We got married in a very simple ceremony in what was now our backyard, because that was my house. And very happy that I finally made that decision. But I'm standing on my own 2 feet. But I am my father's daughter. And my children received the exact same message that I received. You're going to go to college. You're not going to depend on anybody. And when they were children, they were young, they drove their Barbie dolls, not to the mall, they drove their Barbie dolls to college. And I find I continue to surround myself with really strong women, because these are women that I look up to and that inspire me, and that I want my daughters to live up to and be inspired by as well. In 1982 and 1983, I was a senior in high school. I was also going to Phoenix College, and I was also working at Taco Bell, because that's just what you did, right? And as I was working, working really hard and doing all these different things, right around January or so, I got this thing in the mail, very official looking document, W-2. And I said to my dad, "Daddy, what does this mean?" He says, "Well, that means you have to do your taxes." "I don't know how to do my taxes." "Can you do them for me, Daddy?" And he said, "I'm not going to do your taxes. You can read, can't you? Figure it out." So I said, "Well, okay, I can do this." My dad empowered me with this message that if you can read, you can figure things out. And so I figured out my taxes, very easy to do. But when I became the vice president of student affairs, and all of a sudden I'm responsible for things that I have no idea about, Title IX, student conduct, FAFSA, all these admissions and regulations, I thought, well, I can read, can't I? Figure it out. It doesn't help to have really awesome deans who know exactly what they're doing. But when I graduated from college with my undergrad degree, I became a math teacher, and I bought my first house. It was a dump. But it had the best view of South Mountain. I live in South Phoenix, and my first house had this awesome view from the backyard, and every night I could see those lights, and they're still a beacon for me. When I see those lights, I know I'm almost home. But my dad, it was a dump, so I had to do a lot of work on this house. And my dad taught me a very important message. Measure twice, cut once. I didn't always do that. But that's a message I continually give to my daughters, because I am my father's daughter. And they get the same message. Before you press the send button or the enter button on the computer, measure twice, cut once. I recently sent a very embarrassing text message to my and I was horrified, because it was meant for my 13-year-old daughter. Measure twice, cut once before you press the send button. And as an undergrad, as I was going through those crazy hard math classes, and I didn't really know what I was doing, honestly, my dad always said, "Don't give up, just keep going." I actually don't know how I made it through undergrad. But my dad always said, when you hit that wall, you gotta just keep going. Don't ever give up, because eventually you're gonna understand it. Eventually you're gonna kind of jump on top of that wall, and everything will be much clearer. And then you mosey along until you hit that wall again. So when you hit that wall, just keep at it, and eventually you will jump on top and you'll be able to see things much clearer to a whole new plateau. Serving in this role now as your interim president has been a 15-year journey. And this 15-year journey along the way has had a lot of bumps and a lot of hitting that wall and a lot of I'm not going to give up, because I am my father's daughter, and he taught me many things, like I can read, figure it out. But also, as you continue on this path, you will hit bumps, but you got to keep going no matter what. And hit that goal, whatever that goal will be. Thank you.